Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpeer.
Hi.
We're here in week 2 of Atomicrops. Atomicrops. It's just fun to say. Atomicrops.
Yes, it is, and all puns are great too.
That's true.
The beefaloes, I believe they're called, which is just great. Which is
It's
the
really
bison slash mosquitoes.
Yep.
So when you said
Oh no. Okay.
last episode that you were up to year 5, I was like, oh cool. I'd like the years carry over. That's great, so I can really build out my farm. No.
No.
Year 5 is everything is terrible. That's what you didn't tell me.
No, I wanted you to experience that terror by yourself, because one of my notes here in this week's episode is on to year 7, comma, oh god. Moon. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Okay. What character do you primarily use?
So I've been
curiosity.
primarily using just the default lady, the one that comes with the bees. I have now unlocked all of the characters, and
I'm missing one, which I think you get for clearing year 5.
Okay, yeah, because I think I unlocked that for clearing year 5, and I think that's the one that sounds the most interesting. It's like, let me be honest with you, I don't think any of them on paper seem very interesting or like significantly different.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
So let's start with the default character, and then the second character, the one who starts with the turret. That's literally just you have a turret instead of the bees. So that's the difference there. And also, the crops don't grow at the normal rate, not the 20% increase, which it does with the primary character, which is ridiculously powerful.
Yeah.
Your third character has a cup of coffee, and the description is everything runs faster. Now, when they say everything, they mean everything. It's like playing the game on 2 times speed. Like the bullets move faster,
my question.
enemies move faster, days move faster, nights move faster.
Oh, boy.
Everything is faster.
That's spicy.
So I don't like that character. Not at all.
I'll try it just in the name of science.
I get hit by stupid stuff all the time.
Yeah, because you're moving at like Mach 10.
Even not on a normal run, not even at the 2 times speed or whatever that one has.
Right.
I think heaven help you pick up one of those speed up mushrooms and then go flying around the map at stupid speeds.
I'll pick up the fertilizer mushroom, but the other one, I can't pick that thing up.
Dandelion is an interesting one.
Okay.
Which is the lion with the petals around its head. Dandelion is interesting because it starts with the crampons and whatever the other thing is. So that's the stuff where you can walk over soil and it will till it, so you don't have to till. You just walk over the soil. And the other one they have is the one that you walk over weeds and you kill weeds.
Okay, I think it's a weed whacker, maybe?
No, that's 2 weeds at once whenever you do a weed.
Gotcha.
This one is literally you walk over them and it just harvests.
Yeah, that's a great upgrade.
Super useful. Downside is it's described as drifty controls. It's ice level controls. So
okay.
So you move slower and you let go of the stick and you keep moving in that direction.
That's so weird. Okay.
It's literally like you're on top of ice the entire time. It is a nightmare.
Wild. Interesting.
I would probably if I taught myself to play slower and stay further away from enemies, I might like Dandelion just for that ability of like walking over the weeds and the soil to till it. Like that is a ridiculous thing. But I don't play like that. I play like an idiot, so I always get shot by running up to people too close, and then I just die. I haven't unlocked the one after that, and the Omega Crow is interesting, but I haven't really played too much with that one to experiment with it yet.
I feel like that's an expert mode, because even the description is like you grow crops at a low level, and by turning those in, you get seeds for higher level ones, and the better you do, the better crops and seeds you get, and the higher level, like higher tier seeds you get. I'm like, okay, that's a later one. That's like a hard mode one. I don't remember what the last one does because I have all of them upgraded. My thing though is I keep looking at the default character and I'm like, well, she grows stuff faster, and the bees also grow stuff faster. So it seems like too good of a bonus. Like, especially for a starting character, you expect the starting character to just have no bonuses, but this one's like, no, man, here's two really strong ones. Good luck.
Yeah, like they are genuinely good, and the bees become super useful if you get the bees water crops thing too.
Yes,
like
or you can energize them by petting them. That one's really good too.
Yes, it is.
The other thing too is I'm getting so many bonuses at the start of a run now based on how deep you went in the previous run that snowball rolls downhill faster, especially with her starting at a high level like that.
So. Yeah, like I think if you can get into the rhythm of getting far in the run each time, I think that is genuinely super helpful. My problem is I make stupid mistakes. So, a couple of things we forgot to mention. I love at the end of the run, it does the pixel VCR show.
It's really good.
What you did.
Yep.
Totally forgot to mention that. I love the little touches.
Yep.
The further you are in years, the more restored the fence and the crops and everything is at the home base. That's a nice little touch too. The end of the season celebrations, the balloons if you get the full bar, the balloons indicate what season it is. Like if you do the
Halloween
full
ones,
it has it has pumpkin and school balloons. Like it's just a lot of really good. We totally didn't mention the music, by the way. I love that end of season music. It's fantastic.
It's very good. That's a good soundtrack.
It's super catchy.
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh geez, what else?
How do you feel about the final boss?
It is funny the fact that you can't do damage to it. You have to actually farm to do it, which is counterintuitive to what it normally is, but that's fine because it never feels overwhelming enough for it to be a problem on that final boss. Like compared to Itsy Bitsy, that's a very easy boss fight.
Yeah.
Itsy Bitsy is a nightmare.
I actually really like that if you've invested enough in your farm to get, the bees turning weeds into flowers, that counts as damage for the boss. Eggs count as damage for boss. So does milk from your cows. Like, it's not just the crops you grow, it's all of the stuff in your farm. I think that makes it feel...
It's anything that makes your money, essentially.
Yeah, like that feels so much better as a mechanic, other than like, well, these trees do damage and nothing else is. Like it's such a smart design choice because to me it feels like my investment over the entire run really pays off at the end, because there are some runs where I have just smoked that final boss because I have like 6 chickens 100%. And 4 cows and 400 flowers on my farm, and I'm just dumping stuff into that boss, and that feels really great.
Out of curiosity, what is your normal run? Like what's your standard operating procedure for this kind of thing?
That's a good question. Usually I take the seeds and stuff that I get from the time capsule. The very first thing I do, I till all of that soil, I plant all of it, and I let my bees do all the work, and I go all the way to the west to that kind of sandy, like the dusty area,
the desert one.
That's the one I clear out first, because for me it's not super hard, but I also want to get the little oil drums that shoot the 4 bullets. I want to take them out while I have enough health. After that, I'll go to the place all the way in the east. That's usually the one that I'll do next. And then the one I do after that depends on what upgrades I've gotten. If I'm really strong, I'll go to the winter area up top because I hate the snowmen that spawn those little spiky snowballs around you. If I'm not strong enough for that, I'll go to the south, and I can usually deal pretty okay with those teleporting panther things. Even if I'm weaker, I can deal with those. And then if I cleared out all 4 of those, by that time I'm usually pretty powerful, so I'll go onto the second area of the dusty area, and I'll start working in that same order in the second zones. But I usually don't get that deep.
Yeah, so I have this nasty habit of not having enough money to buy a decent gun.
Ditto.
By the way, the flying squirrels are trash.
I was hoping you'd agree, because if it didn't have ammo, like regenerating ammo, it would be pretty okay, but it's too rough.
So this is one of the positives about the second character, is he gets a bonus mod for every single gun.
That's great.
So if you go to the store and you buy a gun and it says 2 mods, you get 3.
Great.
Which also works in tandem with the one you get from the engineerant, who has a chance to give you a better, like a percentage chance to get another bonus mod.
Right, that's huge.
Or it can be a game changer. I got a leech, which might be my favorite weapon for how stupid it is. Which I got a leech which had 2 extra leeches.
Oh, wow.
So if I had 3 heads, it had extra ammo, and it had the molehill perk. So anytime it ran out of ammo, it created a mole hole for you to jump down and go back to the farm.
Oh, wow. Okay, I've never run into that one.
I think it's that you only get that mod, I think, with the leech, because the leech is one of those ones that you need to farm to regen the ammo for the leech. That's how that one works. So I think it's only a mod that shows up for that gun. I like the flamethrower. I know you don't like it. I think it's pretty solid.
I haven't had a strong enough one for me to be like, yeah, the flamethrower is really okay.
I think that's why, it's because I've been running primarily the second guy, so I get those bonus mods every time I buy it, so I get like extended range. My favorite might be the scythe, but only one particular scythe.
Okay.
The one I got, which deflected enemy bullets.
Oh, wow.
So anytime you swung it, you sent enemy bullets back to them. It had a size increase. So
oh, wow.
It was like half the size of the screen.
Great.
And it had a critical chance roll on it as well. So,
jeez.
Anytime I saw, like, people, I would walk into a place, it would be swarmed with bullets, and I'd just go, pow! And all of them would be sent straight back the way they came. It was...
It's like at the end of The Matrix, where you're just brushing them off, sending them back.
Pretty much. Like, it was such a good roll. Like, that second guy, that +1 mod thing is...
That's huge.
Huge for getting good guns.
I actually got
him starting with a turret allows you to explore more.
Sure. I actually got a Gatling gun this week that had 2 magazine size upgrades. So it basically doubled the amount of bullets you had. I was just dumping forever. It was great.
I think my favorite Gatling gun I had was 1 magazine slot. I'd like the 2, but 1 also had a slowdown reduction. So when it was fully wound up, you didn't move as slowly.
Oh, man,
so
that'd be great.
It was like a 50% reduction in the speed it slows you down. So you're still moving pretty good for being able to do it.
A lot of really great mods for these weapons, I gotta say. Like, I like when a game will give you the opportunity to be a little bit overpowered. Like, that scythe you got is probably too strong, but that's why it's awesome. Like, that's why you want to keep rolling the dice for these weapons you like. Like, I like buying the Spud gun a lot, because I had that one where it had longer range, homing missiles, and zap. That was a really great run. Like, that's how you want it to go.
Yeah. I do love the polyamory item. I'm not going to lie. I got married 3 times in one run yesterday.
That's a great run.
Yeah.
You had a whole bunch of buddies.
Exactly. It's super helpful. Like it was,
That's great.
I cleared that run easy as a breeze. That was actually my year 3 run, I think, that I
Oh, okay.
completed. Um, I've got like one, two, three, four, 5 sets of ants now.
Okay, I only have two. I haven't found any more.
So I have the fire ants, which you probably already
Yep, I've
have. I
got
have
those.
the chemist ant, which you definitely have because
I
you
have
talked
those.
about mushrooms.
Yep.
Um, I have the alien ants.
Okay.
I have engineer ants, which is the one that does like it when you pick up or buy a tractor, it starts charged. Is
Wow.
insanely
Great.
powerful.
That's super strong.
Um, um, increases the rate of the Omega tractor dropping, which is just
Hmm.
my favorite tractor because it's just a nuke symbol.
Yep.
Have you got that one yet?
I did, and I actually accidentally got the trophy for getting the
Killing the
final,
moon.
yeah, the final blow on a boss with the,
All with it.
yeah, with it, because I one of the least favorite bosses in this game, not because it's hard, but because it's squirrely, is that angry worm. Just because it turns on a
Uh-huh.
dime and like I have trouble figuring out where it's going to hit me. So it got to like 25% health, and I'm like, I've had enough of this dude, and I dropped that on it, and it killed it outright. And I was like, yes, oh, I got a trophy.
Nice.
Yeah,
There is another trophy for killing the moon that chases you with that, by the way.
I saw that. And I haven't
Three
had the
times you
opportunity to
have to
do
hit
it.
it.
Ah, that's rough.
3 times.
Uh,
Um,
Speaking of friends, have you gotten a UFO follower?
no.
Okay, I guess it's a UFB because they're the with that UFB boss.
Yeah, with the boss fight.
It shot its laser at enemies and slowed them down in like a cocoon sort of pod thing. It was actually really strong. Not 100% sure how I got it, but it was very good.
I do like the gourds, I will say. Um,
Yeah,
but the fact that you can have multiple gourds, I don't know if you knew this or not, where
I
it's very
I did
much.
because when you have the
It give me
first
Isaac
one,
vibes.
yeah, like when you have the first one, it's sort of like this is pretty useless, and then by the time you get 3 or 4, you're like, ah, yes, unlimited power, fantastic.
Oh yeah. My main focus, like every time I do a run, like I'm trying to be better about not going to the outside edges that
Yeah,
as early as I possibly can because I always get wiped out. Because I'm like, yeah, it's summer, it's the start of summer. I'm just gonna go to the hard part first. Like, yeah, that's not gonna work.
right.
Um, but I'm always looking for the golden pupas because the stuff that
Yes,
they drop is so good.
it's
And like
very strong.
it's ridiculous. I also started getting elites, like you mentioned, which is
Yep.
just fantastic. Like as if the screen wasn't filled with enough BS at the best of times.
A lot of the elites aren't that bad, but when you get those elite oil drums that shoot like 6 or 7 tight shots, and it's shielding the two bunnies that it's with, and it's shooting the invincible skulls around, it's like, I'm out.
Yep.
This. You can have this zone. I will go to one of the other ones. This one's yours. See ya.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh, just,
What else? There's a lot in this game, honestly.
it's a shocking amount in this game. Like a
Yeah.
genuine shocking amount. Um, I I just unlocked a new person who I can romance, so I'm very curious to see. I think it's the bunny lady, so I don't know what the hell's going on there.
She's cool. I romanced her once. Yeah. She's cool.
Um, I like I like the water guy because he focuses all of his stuff on cows.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I think
like each of them seems to have a theme. Like
right, like the bunny lady was really combat focused when
interesting.
I unlocked her. Um, I just unlocked someone new in the town for beating year 6, and I haven't. Year 7 is hard enough. I haven't gotten past the first boss yet to get to like that back area of the town because
Yeah,
you can. It said something about gambling, and I'm not
you've got
sure.
the casino.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what I would gamble. I would assume cornucopia, but hopefully
No,
not. Okay, is it just cashews?
just cashews.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Which some of that stuff is hilarious. Um, have you unlocked the cats yet?
Yeah, I've been merging cats. What of it?
Did you
Yeah.
get a cat plushie yet?
I just got my first cat plushie. The one I got is bark skin. I'm currently at a 0% chance of bark skin because I don't have the matching cats for my cat plushie.
Orange and white stripes?
No, it's like a dust cat, like a gray dusty cat.
Okay, I have the orange and white stripes plushie, and I can't even remember what that one
Yeah.
does.
It's
But
it's a wild system.
yeah, it feels super new game, super plus kind of thing. Like,
Yep.
oh, want to keep playing? Do you? You already unlocked everything the ants
You've got
have to offer.
2,000 cornucopia. How about this?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, it's so dumb. I love the fact that the cats are just wandering around the farm. Like, there is a genuine like great thing when you go back to the main hub,
Yep.
and there's just cats sitting everywhere.
You can pet
It's like,
them. They
yeah,
have a little heart.
yes, you can.
Yep.
Like, oh
Have
no, this game is so much deeper than I thought.
Have you fought the other final boss?
No.
Okay. There's someone else you can get married to that's not in the town, and I think that's what spawned the other final boss, which was a
Okay.
nightmare. It's so hard. I beat it by the skin of my teeth. It was ridiculous. So,
So I'm assuming this is someone you probably freed and in the
no.
main map.
Nope. It's someone you can run into someone else in the game proper. Like when you're doing your farm stuff, you can run
Yeah,
into
that's what I
someone
mean.
else.
Like in one of those zones.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Interesting.
it was. I don't want to spoil too much, but it was that was spicy, man. I was not expecting that to happen and for it to be that tough. That was a tough fight.
Yeah. Old McDonald, by the way, fantastic. That this farm was supposed to be mine.
Yep,
Is
that's a really great.
Chef's kiss.
I feel like that is the boss that's probably killed me the most because
The tires.
yeah, I forget that he can teleport off screen and then the tires come down in like a kind of tight formation. That's the thing that gets me the most. And usually by that, I usually see him at the end of, I think, the third season. So fall. And
I think he's a fall boss. Yeah.
usually by that time, I'm either have like 10 hearts or I have 2.
Or you're
Like,
hanging on for dear life.
yeah, like there's kind of no middle ground there. And I
The amount
usually
of times I'll get to like the third or the second or the third wave on that fall season, I'm just like, I need to plant these heartbeats now.
right.
I have 0 health.
Yep.
Why won't they grow faster?
The one thing I do really like is that except for the final boss, you don't actually need to beat any of the bosses. Like you can just wait the time out if you're in a really bad spot, or you're just not doing enough damage. Like with that horrible, the mushroom boss, like
The spore, I think is it.
yes, it's the spore, like probably 75% of the time I fight that boss, I just run out of time because I'm trying to fight too many things and it keeps spawning more mushrooms and it's rough. And I really appreciate that because it's just you're not going to get the rewards because you didn't beat the boss, but you can move on to the next season, which is fine.
Yeah, it's really helpful.
Yeah. I really like this game.
Yo, this game is super good, dude.
I really was not expecting it to be this good or this big or this like this is really all I have played this week. I played a little bit of other stuff, but when I am sitting down and I have more than 5 minutes, I'm going to be firing this up.
Like I'm getting like maybe 15-20 minutes of like playtime a day if I'm lucky. Maybe up to a maximum of an hour if I'm extremely lucky. But this is very much like I will happily just drop it into this, do a year, do like a half a year, whatever it is. Just take my time, go in, jump in, see how it goes, and then be good. Like,
Well,
it's
and even when you go back to the town with all the townspeople, you can even just save and quit in there too, which is great.
uh
So like you can even just
yeah.
spend a couple of minutes, do one day, and then just say like, all right, I'm out. I'll come back to this another time, and that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Still, not enough roguelikes will let you save and quit, and that's frustrating.
And
Yeah.
by the way, it is currently on sale on Steam for $3.
Oh my god, that's so cheap. Like you don't even need the DLC because
Do.
it seems like the DLC adds that extra character, and I don't know what the other one would add. I would have to look it up. Um, but man, this game is really good. I will probably
Yeah.
finish recording this and go downstairs and fire it up.
I'm gonna go make my salads, get a shower, and then guess what I'm gonna be doing?
Yeah. If
Like,
you're listening to this, I highly recommend you play this. It's genuinely really good.
yeah, and like an approximate, like dude, this is a best guess sales figure for Steam puts this at like 500,000 tops. Like,
Wow. Okay. That's pretty
nowhere
good, but
it's good, but it's nowhere near enough for what this thing deserves.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
I
surprised
haven't
more people
had
haven't talked about this.
anyone talking about it. It's
Yeah.
genuinely fantastic.
Yeah. It's really great. And each run, even if you get a really good run going, I don't think I've ever had a run that's gone over an hour. Because there's only so much time you can do, even if you're extending any of your days. Like, it's not really that long of a run. So,
yeah,
man,
it's
Atomicrops.
it's stupid fun.
Yeah, it's really good. All right, that's still just week 2 of Atomicrops. We got so much more to go here. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Hope we'll see you all next run. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I do love the sun boss as well.
The sun is really
by the
good.
way.
It's a good face. All right, bye.